Can you believe that? We're at almost 500 in less than a month. Really 2 weeks. But you know what? I didn't do it by myself. I did it with you. And this 416 represents you. So now we got to move from 500 to 1,000 in the next 3 uploads. And I know I can do it. I need to run by you, and I really have an issue with this. Okay? This right here is a Diet Coke. My issue is I've got to stop drinking so many Diet Cokes. But here's the thing, they only cost $1. $1. So is there a problem with that? Yes, it is. So here's what I'm gonna do. Previously on Brand, ask these young ladies, well, let me ask you first. Which one of these young ladies do you think possess the qualities to become an entrepreneur? And then I asked them, who do you think would become the person, or who do you think would be the person to run the business in case I had to stop, or at least had to stop running the business?
With the Braden women, one thing that it's known, but is not necessarily talked about, is we have a tendency to just focus on what is it that we have to do next. How are we going to keep the bottom from dropping out on us again? And it's not, I don't think that we have a set notion in our mind to say we're not even worried about relationships. Entrepreneurs, we've built our own structure. And if there is a man that is, the universe is created just for us, something that looks a little bit like Idris Elba, that can just walk in and say, okay, I can complement your lifestyle.
They're in the confession room of sharing what they think and how they feel. And this is how they feel. Is there any animosity between the girls on who they think, who will make it and who won't make it? Who will win the cut of the campaign to run the business? Yes, they do. Of course they do. That's gonna happen.
I think that some of the Braden women sacrifice the business versus their personal life. I mean, myself, I make both of them work. As far as Kathy, period, she's a workaholic. My sister, her life comes first. I mean, don't get me wrong, she loves working. She's one of the awesome young entrepreneurs, but at the end of the day, she still likes to go out. She still likes the limelight, and she loves to date.
They're siblings.
Tiffany talks about her relationship, and Tiffany talked to me about my relationship when I was getting ready to move in with my boyfriend, and now she's talking to Dominique about her relationship with her boyfriend. And to me, Tiffany needs to focus on the fact that all 3 of these relationships are very different. Nothing that happened with she and her ex has happened with me and my current boyfriend, Tavares, and nothing with Dominique and her daughter's father. It's just completely different scenarios. So I think that she has to take that into account. And a lot of that advice that she has is still kind of coming from a little bit of hurt, I feel. She really put her stock, just what we were talking about with Braden women, she put her stock in that. And once she came out of that relationship, that's when Tiffany started focusing on, okay, what do I need to do for me? Because now I have London I have to raise, and he might not be here. Is he showing he's not being here? He's not being that big of a part of her life right now, so let me focus. And so when she's thinking about or giving her advice on relationships, whatever her advice is going to be, she has to look at the fact that these are just completely different situations. But in my situation, we are looking at building businesses together. So our business is more of a focus than our relationship. And Dominique's, we want to raise our daughter and wants to raise our daughter in a certain way. So that's their link. But, each of these relationships are just succinctly different. And Tiffany's not focusing on that. She's just like, well, I'm telling you that my man did this and he didn't do that. And now look at me. And I'm like, okay, but that's not my story. Your book is over there. You're on one side of Barnes and Noble I'm over here, you know, like.
They always do.
Crystal is annoying because you know how you always have that one person that's picking on you, everything that you do, every move that you make, it has to be fixed. That's her. She has to fix it. She has to correct it. Oh, you're not doing it this way, or you're not doing it this way, because she has to do the work. So therefore, she's getting mad because she has to do the work, and I don't.
Honestly, I don't know why, but I know I'll be the good fit. It'll work out. I think, maybe. Yeah.
Why wouldn't Tiffany be a good person to take over the business?
Now, Tiffany definitely would not be a good fit to take over the business. Like, honestly, there are no words. Like, Tiffany? Really? Tiffany? Come on now. Tiffany? Tiffany would definitely not be a good person to take over the business. I mean, really? Tiffany? Tiffany? The one that's late all the time? Tiffany? Come on now. Tiffany? Yeah, no.
So can these ladies make it? Of course they can. They've shown that they can make it. The question is, who is going to be the one that's going to win? Who's going to be the one that's going to run the business? Let's see what these ladies have. Let's take this idea. Let's see if we can take this idea of what Lisa have, make it fabulous, over the top. But I think the first thing I'm going to share with Lisa is, let's have a pop-up party first before we go to this big, extravagant event. Let's see how well they do. But first, we have to choose one person to be over all the young ladies. And that's going to be a hard choice. Right here, okay? I am going to stop drinking Diet Cokes as of today until I reach the 10,000 mark up here. Is that going to be hard? Yes, it is. I might need you to do it with me. I might need you to decide what it is you need to give up and what's your challenge. This is my challenge. It's a hard challenge, but I'm going to win. I'm going to make it through. I don't know if it's going to be a week. I don't know if it's going to be 2 weeks. I don't know if it's going to be a month or 6 months. But what I'm going to do, I got to get out of it. I got to go to this meeting. But I'm going to drink water, high alkaline water, and maybe, just maybe, when this challenge is over, I will stick to the water and not the Diet Cokes. It's going to be hard, though. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard. But I'm going to do it. So you comment down in the bottom below, right here. You comment down below, right here, and tell me what you're giving up. What's your challenge? I've given you mine. Game on.
So let's build on those brands. Now, if we can just get past all our personalities, and you pissed me off because you took my baby doll when I was a kid and flushed her head down the toilet, then we'd be fine. But, you know, we still got to massage that little part of our relationships because it's difficult working with family. I mean, does anybody know? It's very, very difficult working with family.